are so excited today to welcome to the stage, all the way from Canada, Cardin. Did I do that right?
French twist to it. How's everyone doing? Hi. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. We truly appreciate it. And you have a new single out today.
Yeah, I have a new song called Lonely With Our Love that just came out this morning, so I'm super excited. I will be playing it for you for the very first time ever. I've never played it live before, so.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So like a nice little present for Connecticut.
You know, for Hartford.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about the inspiration. What's the song about? What was your inspiration?
For this one?
Yes.
This new one? So, the song is called Lonely With Our Love because I've been in a long distance relationship for almost 8 years.
Wow.
My partner lives in Paris. I'm technically now based in Paris, but I've been touring so much in the last few years that we barely get to spend any time together. And so at times, it truly does feel like being in love feels perhaps even lonelier than being alone. And so I wanted to write about that feeling of being alone together. And yeah, I wrote it in Nashville about a month ago. So it was a very quick, it was a very quick process between the moment I wrote the song and the moment it came out this morning. But it was just so important to me, and I just love that song so much that as soon as we wrote it, I was just like, I wanted to come out as quickly as possible. And so we did. We just recorded it in Nashville a couple days after it was written, and we put it out as soon as we could.
I think you and Savannah would have a lot in common.
I know, we were just talking about
Yeah.
this. I know that your husband is French.
Yes, and we did the long distance thing forever, so.
I mean, we'll have coffee after this.
Oh yeah, birds of the same feather.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. And speaking of Paris, I heard you also just walked for Miu Miu in Fashion Week.
No way.
Yeah, that was super fun.
I don't know who that is, but it's actually
Yeah.
Miu Miu is basically the sister brand of Prada, if you've ever heard of Prada.
Yes,
they're an
Savannah talks about
Italian.
it.
Yeah, they're an Italian brand, and they had a fashion show in Paris. I used to model when I was like 15 years old, so it's been a very long time. But it was nice to like be a guest in an industry that's not mine, an industry that really wasn't for me at all. But it was just nice to be able to experience a beautiful show like that. There's so much time and creativity and effort put into these runway shows that it was really lovely to be a part of it as a guest.
Absolutely.
So you said you've been touring for a while and stuff like that. Is there a city that you've been to like for a hot minute and you're like, man, I gotta go back there? And you can't say Hartford, obviously.
Hartford.
Other than Hartford.
Other than Hartford. Well, I really had that feeling with Nashville. I toured in Nashville a few times, but it was always very like a quick in and out. 'Cause sometimes you don't really get to experience a city when you're touring and playing shows in different places every day. And so I had been to Nashville, just kind of passing by many times, but I spent a real moment in Nashville for the first time about a year ago. And I was there for 2 or 3 weeks, songwriting with different producers and writers I had been connected with. And I just kind of fell in love with the city. And I think I also fell in love with I think that there's such a creative space and bubble in Nashville, and it's so special to see how the songwriters and the musicians and the producers all have a way of elevating each other, and they